What is up, everybody? It's Stas here. Welcome back to some other videos. So in this video, we're going to be doing a quick update on what's going on right now with GameStop, AMC, WallStreetBets, Reddit. We're also going to be going over silver, SLV, some of these silver mining stocks that exploded today. I want to talk about that in this video and also go over more in depth on some interesting data we got earlier today in terms of GameStop, and more importantly, in terms of their short interest. So if you guys find value, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, make sure to go down below, join the Strive Smart Discord chat, the Facebook group, get 4 stocks from WeBull and $30 from M1 Finance. All of those are free and linked right down below in the description box. So first and foremost, let's look at GameStop's chart and AMC. Then we'll talk about SLV. We'll wrap back around after that back to GameStop, and I'll give some thoughts around WallStreetBets, Reddit, everything going on right now. So what we see in terms of GameStop is it's currently down $70 as of 12:30 p.m. here on the East Coast on Monday, the first day of February in 2021. It's down about 21%, and like we talked about yesterday, we actually broke down GameStop yesterday and quite a few more times in the past couple of days as well. But like we talked about, and it's still valid right now, we talked about how GameStop has been trading in this wedge in the past couple of days. You guys can see it here. We hit 513 a couple trading days ago. We dropped down. We held a higher low at about 110, rallied back up. We hit a lower high at 430 the day after we hit 513, and you guys can see it. It's still valid right now. We're continuously squeezing deeper and deeper into this wedge. So I'm interested to see what is going to happen later today. These next couple of hours are going to be huge for GameStop, especially as it tries to maybe break out of 300, 315. If that were to happen, that would be very great for the bulls on a technical basis. But let's say we were to break 220, maybe 215, $200 flat on the bottom side, the support of this wedge, that would not be too great of a sign for the bulls, and I'd be very careful. And we'll talk more about GameStop here in a couple of minutes. We'll wrap back around it and talk more in depth about their short interest. But before we do that, let's also take a look at AMC. We'll break down some technicals, and it's pretty much the same thing as GME. We're in this wedge, we're making higher lows, but at the same time, we're making lower highs. You guys can see it. The peak was 26. After that, it was 23. And just today, pre-market, it was right around $17.50, $18, and that is the peak as of now. Not saying it's going to collapse from here, but in terms of this wedge, that is the peak. And at the same time, we're holding support at $13.80, $14 as of right now when I'm filming this video. And obviously, if we were to break out of $15.60, probably $16, $17, that would be very good for the bulls. We could end up squeezing maybe back up to $20 plus here on AMC, and we'll talk more about this in a second. But SLV, let's talk about this because there's a lot of debate going on right now in Reddit WallStreetBets that SLV, all of this, let's take silver to the moon, all of this is a distraction from AMC and GameStop. And honestly, I would have to agree with that. I was reading a bunch of posts this morning, and the truth is, SLV, guys, silver, the market, you must understand, this market is too big. It is so big. You have to realize GameStop, when WallStreetBets came in and pushed this stock and caused all the shorts to cover, GameStop was what? A $2 billion, a $1 billion market cap, maybe a $3 billion, maybe less. Who knows? It was right around there, and that is very small considering silver, the market of silver. Guess this. Get this, guys. Leave a guess in the comments. Silver, the market cap is is $1.4 trillion. So we're talking over $1 trillion. This is so much harder to squeeze, so much harder to get a huge backing behind it and try to push the price up. So all of these banks that have been shorting silver and arguably manipulating the price, all of these banks would have to cover. It would take so many people that it's, I don't want to say it's impossible, but it is nearly impossible. So silver, I mean, we saw a big pop today, and I'm not complaining because I already owned SLV from weeks back. I've been in this SLV ETF, so I'm not, complaining that it went up. But the fact that a lot of people think, SLV could get squeezed up, silver could get squeezed up to a massive price to the extent that GameStop went up, I think that's a bit crazy, to be honest, and anything could happen. Who knows? I don't want to say anything is impossible. Anything could happen, but it's a bit of a distraction in my opinion. And we saw, again, like I said, SLV, it saw a big squeeze up today from $25 to $30. That's a big pop, guys. 17% in a day on silver. That's pretty big. So we saw a big pop in SLV, and if you thought that was big, think again, because some of these silver miners, which are typically more volatile than silver itself, some of these miners went bananas. FSM is one that went crazy. It's up 13% right now. This is Fortuna silver miners, but earlier in the pre-market, it was at almost $10 a share. And considering it closed Friday at $7.75, a pop to $10, that is big. That was a move of almost 22%. And another big one, I think this was even an even bigger move here, was in First Majestic Silver, ticker symbol AG. This one has doubled in the past 3 trading days alone. It went from $13 to $26, and in this trading day in particular, today, it's up 21% so far, and it was up to over $26 earlier in the pre-market. So that means it went from about $18 at the close on Friday to $26 pre-market today. That was a move of over 30%. So a lot of these stocks are flying. And in terms of, again, WallStreetBets, Reddit, taking these to the moon, I don't think that's necessarily going to happen. But that doesn't mean these stocks, these ETFs, in my opinion, are bad investments, because GameStop and AMC are bad investments long term. There's no doubt about it. We're just simply looking at them now as short-term trades, right? We're not looking to marry GameStop AMC and hold it long term. That's not what we're doing. But we could, I'm not saying to do this, but we could play AG, maybe, FSM, these silver mining stocks, maybe SLV. These are quality, in my opinion, quality investments that you could hold longer term if you're a person that wants to diversify in precious metals, which I'm a huge fan of. And I'm not a doomsdayer by any means, guys. There's a misconception that if you like precious metals, if you own some precious metals, you think the world's going to end or something. Yeah, there are some people that are a bit extreme on that end, but I'm a big fan of owning, 5%, maybe close to 10% of your net worth in something like gold, physical silver, these mining stocks, which are more risky. But if you're a risk-on type of person, something like AG, FSM, Newmont Gold, that's one you can play on the gold side. GDX is a gold ETF. So if you're more risk on, yeah, you can do this. You could own silver, you could own gold. And that's kind of a little rant there on silver, WallStreetBets, and the truth is they're not going to be able to push it up, in my opinion. The market's too big, but it doesn't mean that silver, all these mining stocks, are bad investments. because they're not. I think they're pretty solid. But on the flip side, GameStop, AMC, they're more of a trade. They're easier to be manipulated because they're smaller companies with a lower float, right, and a higher short interest, and they're not the best for investments, but they're more for short-term trading. And as always, I'm not a financial advisor, but this is just my honest opinion. So let's wrap back around very quickly before I end off this video. Let's wrap around back to GameStop, and we'll talk a little bit more about some interesting data that came out earlier today. And I was actually watching a Meet Kevin live stream earlier today, and he talked about this, which actually led me to looking into it. He talked about how data from S3 Partners came in showing that GameStop, their shorts, they've actually fallen. The short interest has fallen to about 50% of its total stock available to trade, down from a high of roughly 140%, which it was literally last week. So that is a bit worrisome, not gonna lie. And then I did read some comments. Some people were saying, oh, that's not accurate information. They calculated a different way. And honestly, guys, I don't know. But the truth is, I'm going to look at this and I'm going to take this into account. And you guys have to do it as well, because if we're seeing such a big drop in the short interest, that means the shorts have covered their position, right? But we haven't really seen a massive drop in the stock. That's why it seems like it could be, I don't want to say false information, but it might not be 100% accurate. So I'd just be mindful about that, guys, when it comes to, GameStop, the short interest. Is it 100%? Is it really 50%? We have to see. We'll see later on today, maybe tomorrow. We'll see what ends up going down there. But you have to understand, and I don't want to go against the grain of Wall Street Bets. I don't want to be that guy that, says to sell because everyone's like diamond hands, right? But the truth is, the bag is going to be held by somebody, right? The game of musical chairs is going to stop, and there's people that are going to be left without a chair. And the truth is, this is going to collapse at some point. I don't want to be that guy that says that, but it's going to collapse. GameStop, AMC, and who knows? Maybe it goes up, GameStop, to $1,000 before it does collapse. But I know for sure that it's going to come down at some point in time to its fundamental value, right? Whatever that is. And at that point in time, if you didn't lock in your profits on this meteoric rise, on this massive rise, if you didn't lock in the profits, if you were like, oh, diamond hands, right? You didn't lock in your profits, you're going to be the one stuck with a massive loss. And I get it. There's other people out there saying it's not about the profit. We don't care if we're losing money. We're doing this to prove a point to Wall Street and kind of stick it to the man, right? And I'm cool with that, right? But you have to understand and evaluate the situation for yourself and make the decision. Are you one of these people that's holding? You don't care about the profits. You don't care about the losses. You're holding to prove it and stick it to the man. Or are you somebody that cares about the profit? You don't want to lose so much, and maybe you do want to get out. You have to understand where you lay there. And as always, trade at your own risk. This stuff is literally gambling. This is not investing in the markets. This is gambling. So you have to be careful with GameStop and AMC, guys. AMC is no different. And I've said before that I think AMC is less risky, although it is still risky, but I think AMC is a bit less risky than GameStop because GameStop is way more inflated. But again, it is still pretty risky. And for the short float around AMC, last time I checked, it was at 78-79% in terms of short interest. So that's pretty solid. And I'm not sure if that changed today. Again, GameStop changed a good amount today according to S3 Partners. We don't know if that's true or not. We'll see. But they changed a good amount today. But AMC, did it drop maybe from 78% short interest maybe to 70%? I was looking at different websites. I couldn't find a refreshed number. So if you guys did, let me know in the comments down below. But overall, be careful. Again, I would for sure not trade these stocks with an amount of money that I'm not willing to lose completely, because you could lose 90, 80%, 70% of your money messing with stocks like these. So be careful. So that's it, guys. If you all enjoyed the video, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, make sure to go down below, join the Strive Smart Discord chat, the Facebook group. If you guys want 4 stocks from WeBull, check out that link down below. Those 4 stocks are valued up to $1,600. The way you get those stocks is you simply sign up. Once you sign up, you get 2 free stocks, and to get the other 2 free stocks, all you have to do is deposit $100, and that's how you get the next 2 free stocks, which totals up to 4 free stocks, again valued up to $1,600. And you could also get $30 from M1 Finance, link down below. All you have to do is simply open up an account and put in any amount of money, and that's how you get $30 from them. So I'll catch you all in the next video. Thanks for watching. As always, guys, peace out.